Whispers in the gas plant. David had been working night shifts as a security guard for nearly 2 years. He never liked the idea of patrolling in complete silence, but the pay was good enough to ignore his unease. That night, however, something felt heavier in the air. The street leading to the biogas plant was unusually still, almost suffocating. The street lamps flickered as if they were struggling to stay alive, and the only sound came from dogs barking somewhere in the distance. As David walked toward the plant, he felt the sensation of being followed. His neck stiffened, and every step made him turn his head, but the road behind him remained empty. The silence pressed harder on his ears, until the faint crunch of footsteps echoed behind him. Just for a second, he spun around quickly. Nothing. When he finally entered the facility gates, the massive gas balloons stood like giant pale bodies under the dim moonlight. Their surfaces glistened, and the occasional hiss of escaping gas echoed like a whisper through the yard. He swiped his card and entered the main building. The moment the door closed, he heard it, clearer than ever. "Leave this place." David froze. His flashlight trembled slightly in his hand. "It's just my imagination," he tried to reassure himself. He had been awake too long, working too many nights. But when he stepped into the storage section, the shadows seemed alive. Between the towering tanks, shapes moved as if hiding, waiting. His radio crackled suddenly. Static filled the silence, and then a distorted voice whispered through the speaker, "Don't turn around." David's chest tightened. He dropped the radio to the ground, its glow flickering in the dark. Slowly, at the far end of the corridor, he saw it, a pale hand hanging from the edge of a doorway. He took one step forward, his breath shaking. But before his eyes could adjust, the hand was gone. Heart pounding, David backed away, only to feel hot breath brush against his neck. A voice hissed behind him, "You will become part of the gas." The facility lights blinked violently before shutting down completely. The entire plant drowned in darkness. The low humming of the gas tanks deepened, twisting into a chorus of screams. David could hear them. Dozens of voices, crying, begging, trapped within the steel shells of the balloons. He ran for the exit, slamming into the locked doors. His keycard wouldn't work. The footsteps came then, many of them, marching through the corridors, closing in. In the pitch-black halls, red emergency lights flickered to life for a moment. In that brief glow, David saw the truth. The figures were not guards, not workers, but shadow-like silhouettes with hollow faces, their mouths stretched in endless silent screams. They reached for him. His flashlight flickered and fell, rolling across the floor. The last thing David saw was a reflection in one of the giant gas balloons, his own terrified face, surrounded by the shadows that had already claimed him. And after that night, David was never seen again. Workers who replaced him refused to patrol the storage section alone. Some say, if you listen closely during the quietest hours, you can still hear a man pounding on the inside of the gas tanks, his muffled screams joining the others trapped within.